Welcome to Madden 21. I am Mike J. CSGen here. Back again. Franchise mode. You know what it is. Episode 1. Going to be going over a quick overview of our roster with the Las Vegas Raiders. Almost at Oakland. So yeah, here we are. This isn't on Xbox. This is on PC with the EA Play Pro. So this is the exact save that we're going to end up using when we start our franchise. I believe on EA Play, which was formerly EA Access, the 10 hours trial goes live, I believe, tomorrow on Friday. So that's probably where I'll be playing. I'll probably end up buying the game on PS4, so I can get the free upgrade onto PS5. So there's that. Gonna be playing as an owner. I think Mr. Hurricane does this as well. I think if you play as I don't know how it is this year. Maybe it won't change. Maybe it will. I don't know. But you would get just too many upgrades. Too many scenario upgrades for your players. Made things a little too easy. And that's not what we want. So you see here, Dana White, the new owner of the now Las Vegas Raiders. Should put Dana White's head right there. I'm sure I went through the settings. These are the settings we're probably going to use all Madden simulation. I played a few games, and it feels good. One of the things that I've noticed personally is just sort of a lot of tipped interceptions. I don't know what that's about, but just from the CPU, your CPU, AI, whatever, just a lot of tipped interceptions. So here we are. Preseason, which I'm not going to play because, well, there's not even preseason in real life, so what's the point of playing it? Take a look here at this roster and get right into it. And yeah, the same things that they always tell us every year, but see, here's the roster. The offensive line, not bad. You know, that's a decent little offensive line. Richie Incognito, the absolute psychopath. He'd be great for Madden. There's my phone. Right on cue. He'd be great for Madden competitive. His sort of mental makeup. Absolutely insane. Despicable human being, but good football player. So, yeah. Rodney Hudson. 31 years old. Will probably start regressing. Here's Gabe Jackson, 29 years old. So, gonna have to start looking to replace some of these linemen. And of course, right tackle Trent Brown. He should be good for a couple more years. So there's Darian Waller, Jason Witten at tight end. So, if anyone goes down on that offensive line, we're sort of screwed. Quarterbacks, Derek Carr, 29 years old. Probably progress as much as he's going to progress. Unless we can win an MVP with him within the first 2 years, and he'll get that superstar dev trait, but probably not going to happen. So 3 years left on that contract. Probably won't be able to move on from him from a financial standpoint that won't negatively affect our cap. So we're just stuck with him. We're just going to have Derek Carr, I think, for the first few years of this franchise. Receiving room. Looks really nice. Here is Henry Ruggs III, the star of our franchise or series, likely. Take a look here at his ratings. 98 speed, 97 acceleration. Route running looks pretty good. Pretty good jump rating. 82 spectacular catch. The only blight here is that 69 release, which we're going to have to get up for sure. As he progresses, get that up higher so we can have him run all sorts of good slants and just take advantage of his speed and quickness. There is the running backs room with Josh Jacobs, and really good running back, superstar dev trait for him. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to use superstar X factors or anything like that. Abilities, those might get shut off. So I'm not 100. I know Mr. Hurricane does that as well. I'm not trying to copy what he does, but the they do sort of just play a lot of, it does goofy things, the X factor. So we take a look here at our defense, and yeah, it's all right. That's the way I would describe the defense. Here's former Green Bay Packer and Cleveland Brown Demarius Randall, as someone is outside just honking their horn. Free safety, former corner. Wasn't too good at corner, but there's that. Here's Trayvon Mullen, Clemson, cornerback. So some interesting players, at least, I think. I actually should have went to the actual roster page. I think there's a few other guys on this team who I'm really interested in. But defensively, and there's Corey Littleton, who signed with the Raiders. Here's Max Crosby. Here's Cleveland Ferrell, who normal dev. I believe he was at least star dev last year, but did not show much. So we're going to have to try to turn his career back around. Still fairly young, 23 years old. So still time for him to progress very nicely as an edge player. So there is that. Jonathan Hankins as well. So some decent interior defensive linemen here. A little worried about the edge, actually, for this squad. I don't really know how the edge is going to play. Here's Jonathan Abram. Rookie, that looks nothing like Jonathan Abram. That don't look like him at all. But I'll give them a break. Corona weren't able to get everyone's face scanned in. So, like I said, special teams. Henry Ruggs is definitely going to be our kick and punt returner moving forward. And here are our special packages, specialists. Wish they would have added more specialists, actually, but they didn't, because, why do anything in the franchise mode? So, this screen all looks the same as last year. You would hope that they would have added on to it, but they were too busy with the yard and other things. So there's that. I think this roster is, it's an 82 overall. I don't really know. I can see this being a 7-8 win team our first year for sure. I don't see why we couldn't do that. Take a look at some free agents. Is there anyone that we can bring in that would be somewhat interesting? And there really isn't anyone that I would bring in. There's just really no one out there that I would consider bringing in right now. No one out there that does anything for me. So, Morgan Burnett, Tremont Williams, a couple former Green Bay Packers out here. But, nothing that's interesting. Any, interesting young quarterbacks out there? Not really. Just no one. A couple guys who got drafted are already out here. So, nothing all that interesting. So, I think we're going to get out of here, actually. And I think we're going to wrap this video up. There's the AFC West. So I think, we're in there with the Chiefs. But the Chiefs are always so bad in the sim. So we'll see how that goes. So one of the things that us franchise guys, the only thing that we care about, according to certain people, Eric Wayweather said this, the only thing that we care about, the thing that's most important to us, are setting these food prices. And I'm going to set these food prices because, it's the one thing us franchise people care about. It's not like we ever make any other, complaints about this mode. The only thing we ever complain about is that there's not enough food price sliders for us to mess with. And I'm going to make sure these prices are set very modestly. It's a new stadium. You want to give people value when they come here that first 2 years. Can't be jacking at prices. It's not like we're winning lots of football games. So we have to start from somewhere and give our fans a good value. And that's all. And that's what we're all about here, is giving value. I'm gonna leave the rest of that stuff alone though. So that's just a little spoof. You know, shows YouTubers like that, like Rayweather and Dub.Dummy, who's a racist. We care about a lot more than just ticket prices. The fact that this screen is the same as it's been for the past 4 or 5 years is somewhat disappointing, but we're going to make the best of it this year. Hopefully those updates they do throughout the year really add something fun to franchise mode this year, and hopefully we can look forward to Madden 21 or Madden 22. So there's that. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.